ISD, he said that, Sinton is in a very rare position where the property value will literally triple once Steel Dynamics comes in. So what that means is all of that extra revenue that's coming in is going to go to that bond. So on the ballot itself for Sinton ISD, it does say property tax increase. Now, I did speak to a couple voters here today because we're here at the San Patricio County Fairgrounds. Spoke to a couple voters, and they don't think that it's necessary for these bonds. They feel that they do not want a property tax increase, and it's a little windy, huh? They feel that it's not necessary, that the schools do not need a whole new bond. And again, they believe that they don't want a property tax increase. Again, when I spoke to Dr. Chad Jones, he says that that revenue will be coming in from the industry itself, and there will not be any actual tax increases for the residents and the citizens of Sinton. When I spoke to Gregory Portland about their school bond, also that could be approved. It's the same thing. We know that Exxon is out there. We know that there's going to be more industry coming out into the Gregory Portland area, as with all of the San Patricio area. Again, more students. They are just trying to be I believe both school districts are trying to be proactive, and what's the right word that I'm looking for? They're trying to be proactive and just expand, prepare for more students to come into the area. So what does that mean? Again, on the ballots, according to law, it has to say property tax increase. When I spoke to superintendent there at GPISD, which is Dr. Michelle Cavazos, she said, I think residents may not understand that it doesn't necessarily mean a tax increase for the residents. It's just the industry, it's just by law that they have to put those words on their property tax increase. So we have to go by with what the superintendents are saying. And, they both said this is a very rare opportunity where this doesn't happen. It's very rare that you are going to have these tax increases where the actual citizens that live in that area will not be paying, right? It's all being generated from the revenue of these big industries. So that's one thing that is on the ballot that residents in Gregory Portland and in Sinton can approve of. The other one has to do, which I believe is probably one of the biggest one, is the San Patricio County Commissioner's race. Now, what is probably the biggest issue that a lot of people have? I'll give you a guess. Has to do with this. Not necessarily asphalt, but has to do with our roads. So because our roads, I shouldn't say our roads, but I should say because of the roads in San Patricio County have not been up to par to what a lot of residents and community members believe, that's probably the biggest issue out here. It's just roads, not necessarily just reconstructing them, but making sure that they will last for years to come, and not just say 5 to 10 years, but decades basically is what they're getting at. Not only that, but infrastructure. So when I spoke to all of the county commissioner candidates, and that was the biggest topic that a lot of them wanted to talk about was the roads. They want to make sure that they are here for you and that they are getting all of the information possible they want to make sure that they are getting all of the information possible so that way they can create better roads for people here in San Pat County. I've heard that Precinct 3 probably has some of the longest stretch of roads. If I remember correctly, it's about 600 miles of roads just in Precinct 3 here in San Pat County. Now, again, I'm here in San Patricio County Fairgrounds. A lot of people have been showing up to vote. There is curbside voting right over there. You can kind of pull up, and some people will come out and you can just vote from your car, or you can walk inside. And I've seen people kind of just go in all afternoon. We've been out here all day, and it's been a pretty smooth process, honestly. So if you have not voted and you're here in San Patricio County, you can come out to the county fairgrounds and vote here. If you need to find out some more information about where to vote in your area, just head to our website, christv.com, because we have all of that on there. You can find exactly where you need to go in your area. Again, you have until 7 p.m. to vote, until all voting locations close. And we will also be going live. I shouldn't say going live. We will be doing wall-to-wall coverage